Welcome to the show. Now, some people don't think that DJs are really musicians. They just play other people's music and then take all the credit. But those people obviously haven't heard hip-hop DJ P Money. He's three-time New Zealand ITF champion, he's New Zealand DMC champion, and has gone on to be third at the DMC World Finals. He's on radio and TV, he's worked with just about everyone in New Zealand hip-hop, and he's releasing his debut album Big Things this week. All from the boy who started out in his dad's basement in Papakura.
How did I start DJing? Well, I grabbed the record and I put it on the turntable, and I heard some noises that I liked, and then I played it backwards. Basically, that's like the essence of it.
It was around 12 or 13. He used to get on the turntable at home and have a little bit of a scratch. I didn't know what he was doing. Told him to leave the records alone. You're wrecking everything. Had never heard of turntabling myself, so...
I had my dad's stereo. You know, just mini system, all in one. Record player on the top, real wobbly platter, and no like weight on the arm, so it just would skip every time. So I had to get really, really light touch just to be able to do something, do anything. And so that's actually helped me though, because you got to have a light touch.
He got a second-hand turntable. He bought records. He scrounged records. He got records for anywhere he can, and records were just his life.
Yeah, I had a little black and white TV that my dad like bought me for Christmas, and we went round to one of his friends' houses, and she had like a component stereo system. She had like one Technics turntable, was a belt drive, and I saw that and I was like, that looks like what I should have. So I just had that mini system, my dad's one. I was like, yeah. I was like, can I have it? She's like, no. I said, I'll give you something for it. I didn't have anything. The only possession I had that was worth anything was this TV. She's like, I'll give you my TV. She's like, hell yeah. I didn't play any records. So I was like, all right, cool. And I got the turntable, I was real stoked. She got TV, and that was me.
Turn down the noise. We were jumping up and down on the floor. Shut up, turn it down, it's too loud. Yeah, no, that went on for years. Yeah, years and years. He had a room underneath our dining room, and the boom, 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 boom does get a bit much at times.
I don't really know what made me pick up the records in the first place. I guess just I had an affection for them. What do you call it? Affinity for it. Yes. No, I just like music. Always have liked music, and yeah, just picked the record up, put it on, played it. And there was some scratching on the song. It's a Jazzy Jeff song. So I just wanted to imitate what he was doing.
People kept telling me how good he was. Yeah, I thought, oh, yeah, fine, okay. Still didn't really understand the music. And it's only in the last couple of years that his notoriety, for want of a better word, has grown. And I've come to believe he is very good.
My dad's always like, music's a hobby. Music's a hobby, you know? It's not a career choice. You can't do that, you know. You have to go to music college and train to, you know, learn scores and all that. And I was like, yeah, sure you do. Because I knew that what I was doing, like the music that I was making, it like doesn't really apply to the traditional rules.
I suppose for a father, you know, it's very hard to accept the sort of stuff he's doing because it's not mainstream. Well, it hasn't been mainstream. So I haven't given it a lot of credibility, but he's done well.
Because I was so obsessed with the music and collecting like albums and stuff, like just learning more about the music that I was into, the logical thing for me was like I was really curious about how they made the music. So I already knew the rappers like he's just rapping, you know, you write your rhymes and then you say them. But I was like, how do they make those beats and how like the music sounded different to anything else that was around? So I just would read magazines or try and get any sort of resources to find out what they were doing. So it's like drum machines and samplers were mentioned in numerous articles. I was like, all right, we'll have to find out what those are. So I go to like music stores or look in other like trade magazines and just see like where I can get a drum machine or where I can get a sampler from. And beg my parents for one. And actually my dad came through with a drum machine on my 16th birthday, I think it was. At the time I was thinking, oh, I don't know what I want to do. Every other kid's like, I want to be an accountant, I want to be a doctor or whatever. I didn't know what to do. I felt real lost. But I didn't realize that what I was doing, just having fun scratching or making beats and stuff, was actually laying the foundations for a career in music.
And part of that career includes a regular radio slot at Auckland's BFM on Thursdays, the True School Hip Hop Show.
Yes. So yeah, big party last night, the Decepticons release party at Fubar. That was really dope. That was real cool. So congratulations on all the boys for putting up this very nice piece of work.
Before P Money was involved, the True School was an institution for many, hosted by DLT, Slave and Severe. They were playing exactly what P Money loved and he wanted to be involved. But it's not like he could just walk in and get his own show.
Me and DLT had the True School at BFM and we're doing it for a few years, and Money was kind of like, he'd come up and he'd like want to play records with us, which is cool.
Being so into the show, I was like, I just really want to be a part of it. And I knew it was like volunteers that were on BFM, so I was like, well, I could be a volunteer, even though I didn't go to university or anything like that. So I just rocked up to the station a couple of times, tried to see where the studio was, and like introduced myself as this weird little kid to the guys that were doing it, like Slave and DLT and Severe.
Yeah, I think, you know, he just called up and basically called up and said, you know, can I come up there? And he was probably like the first guy that ever said, can I come up there, you know? And so he did.
And they were kind of a bit weird, but they were real friendly. Like, they got kind of like, wow, what's up with this kid? But then, you know, they let me come in and check out the show a couple times.
I think we were pretty receptive, pretty open to him, just because it was, like, exciting to see someone that was that enthused about it, you know?
That was kind of the first time was at BFM that we sort of noticed him, and then I guess the next thing was at the 97 ITF DJ battle. He came like really early, because I think that he was actually too young to be in there. So he came too early, and he was there for like, I don't know, 6 hours or something. And I sort of thought, man, this dude is keen, but at that stage I hadn't really seen him in full flight. And man, he just got on and ripped it.
I did the ITF, and then they saw that I had some skills as a DJ, and then they let me actually play some records on the show. And from there, I just come every week on the bus and grab my records and go from Papakura to the city. It's about an hour, I think, on the bus every day, and like every Thursday. And yeah, just play on the show and just loved it.
Back then, because I was obviously younger than I am now, but I was a bit like the big dog, and he was this new kid. So I kind of thought that he was pretty cocky, and I kind of admired him for, you know, sort of sticking in there. But at first, I was naturally kind of resistant because I was kind of doing this thing, and he's trying to get in on the action. So that, to be honest, I was kind of like, hang on, mate, your time will come. But you know, it came real quick.
Now the show, The True School's P, you know, P went from like a kid who'd come in and gone, oh, can I check it out? To like, he runs The True School now, you know, it's his show now.
And I still love it, I do it every week. Yeah, but now it's just me. All the rest of them are gone doing other stuff, but I still do the show. But now I have like younger kids that come and take part of the show with me, so it's kind of like keeping the cycle going.
After the break, P-Money talks DJ battles and Shafu. One of P-Money's many talents is DJ battles, where two DJs battle each other with 90-second sets in which they must pull every trick they can to impress the judges. While it comes down to just 90 seconds, there's weeks of work and preparation.
The creating process might happen over a space of a few months where I'll be playing with certain records and different patterns and scratches and whatever, and composing like little routines. And then once I feel like a routine has got to a stage where it fits like the competition format, it's like a 90-second routine, so I'll time it, make sure it's right, and then I'll just like, yeah, seriously lock the doors, turn the phone off, and just practice for like that week or 2 weeks leading up to competition. Just go over and over and over and over it until I'm so well rehearsed and everything is so tight that when I step on stage, it's second nature. It's not like trying to remember how it goes. It's like it's almost to the point where it's boring for me. Like, to the point I know it so well that it's not even a challenge anymore. When it gets to that stage and you know it's like second nature, it's just way easier to go and perform and do all the other things, the showboating and the yeah, I'm really confident and so cool at what I'm doing because you know it so well.
The thing that has set Money apart, particularly in the last, you know, few years at competition level or what have you, is the fact that he has got that raw, you know, the raw confidence, and he has a sense of performance.
He wins battles on attitude, because a lot of guys, they get up there, and maybe they haven't done it as many times as he has, but when he's there, he's in his comfort zone, do you know what I mean? Plus, he gigs with Shay, so like, gets on stage, that's his forte. A lot of guys don't get on stage very much. They get to the battles, and they're like, oh, shit, you know? Ooh. But Money's like, yeah, this is me, this is what I do, you know, I'm really good at this.
The fact that he can, you know, do an incredible scratch and kind of wink to the front row, it kills me. It makes me laugh every time, but he can do that, you know what I mean?
There's a difference between a DJ just going to get up and just keep their head down and do their shit. But when P-Money gets up there, you know, he's right in there. He's got all the actions going on, you know, he's the man. He's real charismatic when he's on stage.
I would love to go to a club and where the party's going off like that, so that's what I try and do. And then that's what I do. So I make the party just, everyone has fun, yeah, they have a good time, dance around, but I know what I'm doing too, and I like to play with people sometimes. And so I'm playing certain records. It might be like, yeah, you're just playing records, but I'm playing certain records and following them and it makes people feel a certain way, and then just drop some shit just to make them go crazy. Like, just work them up and then just hit them, and it's just real cool. And when it works, it's just the best feeling,
This is P Money's first single off his new album featuring MC Scribe from Christchurch.
2001, my story just begun, You never hung in the streets where I'm from. We get ill with the lyrical, real individual. Every syllable, every metaphorical visual. Scribe 2001, my story just begun, You never hung in the streets where I'm from. We get ill with the lyrical, real individual. Every syllable, every metaphorical visual. Scribe take it serious, various artists delirious. Suffering from a lack of hearing loss. Got my rhythm sauce for those who don't give a fuck. I do, and my whole crew is out to get you and wreck you, disrespect you, disconnect you. Left in separate components in a state too complex to ever step to what I consider intellectual. Fuck you, whack rappers always sounding sexual. I rock, acapella, beatbox, instrumental. When in your mental, I invade like Oriental. Move with ninja steps online like internet. The funk republic, hip hop, I'm loving it. Scribe 2001, my story just begun. You never hung in the streets where I'm from. We get ill with the lyrical, real individual. Every syllable, every metaphorical visual. Scribe 2001, my story just begun. You never hung in the streets where I'm from. We get ill with the lyrical, real individual. Every syllable, every metaphorical visual. Scribe original, next level shit for you to listen to. Lyricism is vision, what I'm spitting is peripheral. Not the stereotypical type of individual. 8 bars, 8 flows, supposed to have tentacles. Rip the mic like I meant to do, come off like imperial mint fresh. My aerial view keeping me ahead of you. Instead of you depicting the scribe live, incredible, unforgettably fat. Your suckers looking edible in 2001. My story just begun, You never hung in the streets where I'm from. We get ill with the lyrical, real individual. Every syllable, every metaphorical visual. Scribe 2001, my story just begun, You never hung in the streets where I'm from. We get ill with the lyrical, real individual. Every syllable, every metaphorical visual. You ain't got the feel, your shit just don't appeal to the underground heads who be feeling when it's real. So why Sippy Scribe survive? Check it, are we live? Put me on your tape, I'll take a minute just to vibe. Off my mic, I like to ignite philosophy. You're dead like a battery. Naturally, I disagree with the purpose, your whole anatomy had to be. Wanna battle me? Come in packs of 3. You can witness firsthand my style, stabbing you rapidly. Reactively, we break MCs from Anthony to Zachary. And if you're not backing me, you're lacking me. Constantly distracting me, trying to cause anarchy in my faculty. Got beef, I eat it like pork, snap it like crackling. Hit you like curves, you won't even know what's be happening. Rhyme reflex reality, some MCs still imagining. So don't blame me why your style never changed. I stay dope, lyrically killing the cells in your brain. Scribe 2001, my story just begun, You never hung in the streets where I'm from. We get ill with the lyrical, real individual. Every syllable, every metaphorical visual. Scribe 2001, my story just begun, You never hung in the streets where I'm from. We get ill with the lyrical, real individual. Every syllable, every metaphorical visual.
There was a time when I didn't really have much confidence in my abilities and stuff, but I guess it was, yeah, 97 ITF, the first one I went in, and I'd never been in a DJ battle. I'd never really performed on stage before in front of anyone, and I still ranked 4th in the whole country, and I was like, wow, I must have some skills. I made like the finals. I was like, and it's like DJ Raw, like my idols at the time, like they were like amazing DJs. It's like Raw and R.I.P and also Sean T from Wellington. So it was all Wellington cats, and I was the only one from Auckland or outside of Wellington to even make the final. So I was like, well, I must be pretty good.